Hey guys, I'm Steph. Welcome back to my beauty stash. Today we're going to be trying out a brand new concealer from one of my favorite brands at the drugstore, and that is Catrice Cosmetics. I picked up their brand new True Skin High Cover Concealer, which contains hyaluronic acid and is going to be waterproof. It also says it's going to provide 18 hours of hydration. And the shade I picked up is 05 Warm Macadamia. You guys know I am a huge fan of the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations. I love the way it wears on my normal to oily skin. So when I saw that this one came out, I immediately picked it up and wanted to try it out for you guys. To be honest, I did a major Catrice haul, and that is going to be a separate video where I'm going to be trying a whole bunch of new Catrice products. So that video should be up maybe within 2 days of you seeing this one. So definitely be on the lookout for that, because Catrice dropped a whole bunch of stuff at Ulta Beauty on Sunday, which is, you're seeing this video on a Friday, so what, 5 days ago? And I am anxious to try all of those products out. But for today's video, this is going to be a 2-day, 10-hour wear test. The first day, you're going to see me wear this. One side I'm gonna have powder, and then the other side I'm not gonna have powder. And today when I'm filming this intro, it is actually day 2, and I do have it on as a spot concealer and as an under eye concealer, and I have 2 different powders going on. So we'll get into all of those details in a bit. Before we jump into the application portion of this video, I am gonna insert some swatches that I did of this product, comparing it to the other Catrice concealer that I have. Actually, I have 2 other Catrice concealers. So I'm going to be showing you swatches of this compared to those so that you guys can get a good feel for the shade. Now, before we begin, let me just quickly give you some details about this new concealer. It does retail for $7 on the Ulta Beauty website. On the Ulta website, there are only 7 shades listed. I don't know if that's the full shade range, because usually on the Catrice website, they do include a larger shade range, and I don't know why they don't send that to Ulta, but that's what I've noticed with certain Catrice products. So definitely, if you can't find your shade at Ulta, look at the Catrice website, because you're likely going to find the full shade range on there. Now, this concealer says that it's going to be long-lasting, again with high coverage, lightweight texture with a natural finish. I don't mind a natural finish at all. It says it contains hyaluronic acid, which obviously is going to help moisturize your skin. It says it's going to melt into the skin without settling into fine lines. We'll see if that's true. It says it's going to cover dark circles, blemishes, and redness, provide 18-hour hydration, waterproof, cruelty-free, and it does not contain animal byproducts, no microplastic particles, no parabens, no oil, no alcohol, and no gluten. That all sounds just fine with me. So I am very anxious, guys. I have very high hopes for this concealer just because I love the foundation so much. So let's get started, guys. I'm gonna insert those swatches, then we'll get into the application, and then we'll get into the wear test. If you guys wanna see this new Catrice True Skin Hydrating Waterproof Hyaluronic Acid Concealer in action, keep on watching. Alright guys, I am so excited to dive into this new Catrice True Skin High Cover Concealer with hyaluronic acid, and it's going to be waterproof. Once again, I am wearing, or I have, the shade 05, which is Warm Macadamia. And this one does have a little doe foot applicator. I like this little applicator because it has that little point to it. It's just pretty much flat, kind of like a triangular. All right, so I already have foundation on. I am on the second day of this wear test of the new Maybelline 4-in-1 Perfectors. You guys will see this Maybelline video before you see this Catrice video. They are going up one right after the other. So this will be up, it's Wednesday when I'm on this day too. It'll be up Wednesday evening, and then this Catrice one will be up Thursday evening. So I've been super busy this week, guys, filming. Let's start first. Let's see. I'm going to use a brush and I'm going to use a sponge. So I have the Rare Beauty concealer brush. This is just like a little slanted brush. And let's start spreading this. Tomorrow I'm going to be wearing this with the Catrice True Skin Foundation. I love that one. You guys know that's my favorite. But today, since I needed to finish off this Maybelline wear test, that's why we're going with this one. And put a little bit up here. That blended out nicely with the brush. I forget that I have this brush, and it really is the perfect size. Like, you can do so much with this brush. You can use it to apply powder underneath the eye area, spot conceal certain areas, powder in certain areas, not just under the eye, like anywhere. I think that looks good. Let's jump over to the other eye, and I'm going to use the Damp Beauty Sponge. I have one from e.l.f. here in front of me. Okay, so I feel like it's kind of settling rather quickly into my fine lines. And I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing because I am going to put powder. Well, actually, no, I'm not putting powder on both eyes. I'm only going to put powder on one eye because that's how we're going to test it today. Let's see. I don't know if you can tell with the lights and stuff, but I see it settling more on this side than I do this side. All right, I'm going to apply a little bit right here on the forehead. This was not the lightest shade. This was, I think, like the second to the lightest or third to the lightest. And I kind of wanted it to be more so my skin tone. I didn't necessarily buy it for brightening effects, for highlighting effects. I got plenty of other products that can do that. Even this Maybelline Perfector that I'm wearing, all I have to do is place it on top and it'll give the concealer brightening effect. I'm going to put a little bit right there on my nose. And down here. I want to try spot concealing with this, the sides of my cheeks. So I think you can see that it's kind of settling already my fine lines. Tell me you can see that because I know I can see it like right here, mainly in this eye. All right, now right in this area, this is where I typically like to build up my coverage. Looking better as a spot concealer than an under eye concealer. Let me get my mirror so we can take a closer look. All right, now I'm gonna go in with some setting powder, and I'm gonna be using one of my newfound favorites, and this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Loose Setting Powder. And I'm only gonna set the left eye. I'm not gonna set the right eye. And just lightly dab some powder here. Now I am going to be powdering down the rest of my face, but for the under eye, I wanted us to try this out to see, because I know a lot of you won't do this step, you won't apply powder to your under eye area, and that's fine, that's the way you do your makeup, but I'm sure you're going to want to see how this is going to work both ways. So I got you covered. All right, so the powder laid down just fine on top of the concealer. Then, of course, on this eye, we don't have any powder, just the concealer. Okay, guys, so I am gonna finish up the rest of my makeup. I have a few things to film today, and I'll be back for the midday check-in, and of course, at the end of this day one 10-hour wear test to give you guys my final thoughts of the day. So stay tuned. Hey guys, this is the 5-hour check-in with the new Catrice True Skin Hydrating Concealer. And this is the side with powder, this is the side without. I have some thoughts. I don't think I'm 100% satisfied right now with this concealer. And on this eye right here, this is the side with powder. I feel like it's getting a little bit cakey right through here. And then I feel like on this eye, I've lost some coverage. I was looking at the mirror right before I came on, and I feel like you can see a little bit of darkness right in here, whereas earlier you couldn't. So I don't know. I think it looks nice. Like, it didn't settle too bad into the fine lines without the powder. I think it's maybe about even on both. So it would definitely be optional whether you want to powder it or not. But it's not wowing me. I'm definitely not blown away. I had higher expectations than how it looks right now. My forehead where I applied it right here looks fine, and my chin looks fine too. It's just the under eye area, and that I think is one of our main areas of concern when we buy a concealer, and what we look for in a concealer is how is it going to work, not just for spot concealing, but you know, covering those dark circles under our eye area. And we definitely don't want it to accentuate any fine lines and texture. I think that right here I did apply the concealer on my cheeks, and I think that looks perfectly fine. It's just the eye area. It's the eye area that I might have to use a different powder with tomorrow. I'll definitely be using the Catrice foundation tomorrow instead of the Maybelline one that I'm wearing today. So it could be just those little minor factors, you know, just changing little things here and there. But it has 5 more hours to go. So I'll be back at the end of this day 1 10-hour wear test to give you guys my final thoughts of the day. All right, guys, this is the end of day 1 10-hour wear with this new Catrice True Skin Hydrating Concealer. This is the side with the setting powder, and this is the side without. I still think it looks a little cakey right in here, and I still feel like, you know, I've lost coverage on this side without the powder. I don't really think it got any worse than what it was at the midday check-in, so I think it looks pretty much the same. Now, this concealer does feel hydrating. Like, it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like it's definitely not a thick concealer. It's a pretty thin consistency. So I'm going to be really curious how it's going to wear tomorrow. I am going to pair it with 2 different setting powders, and do I have a new foundation? No, I am going to be wearing the Catrice True Skin foundation, which is the sister product to this concealer. So I even have the new True Skin powder, but I don't want to try a new powder and a new concealer together. I want to go in with products that I know I like. So I will definitely do like a application check-in. I don't think I'll be able to film the application, but I will most definitely do like an hour later. This is what I have on, letting you guys know what's going on each side of the face. Maybe I should even wear 2 different foundations tomorrow. You know what? We can do that. I can definitely do that. I can definitely wear 2 different foundations, and you know, we're just trying this stuff out. I have the time. I'm able to do it. Might as well give you guys some different options, and let's really find out what this concealer is made of and how it's going to work best. But just right now, if I have to rank it on a scale between 1 and 10, I think I would put it as a 7 right now. So it does have a little bit of work to do tomorrow, but I have high hopes for it just because, you know, Catrice is one of my favorite drugstore brands, and we'll see how it goes. Hey guys, day 2 check-in here, initial check-in with the new one from Catrice, the True Skin High Cover Concealer with hyaluronic acid and waterproof. This is what it's looking like. I forgot to do 2 different foundations, but the foundation that I am wearing is the Catrice True Skin Foundation, which is the sister product to this one. Pretty much wearing a full face of Catrice. I'm wearing my favorite primer from them. This is the 1 Minute Face Perfector. This is a really good primer. I'm wearing the Sungasm highlighter. This is an amazing highlighter, and a couple setting sprays here. I think that's about it. Oh, I have the bronzer. I have the Sungasm bronzer, but it's over there. But today what I did different is I have it on under my eyes, of course, and I did use it to spot conceal, and it's great. I'm loving it, I think, more for spot concealing than I am for like the under eye area. But I went in with two different setting powders. So on this side, I went in with the Too Faced Peach Perfect, and on the right side, I went in with the Huda Beauty, what is it? The Sugar Cookie Powder, the Easy Bake Loose setting powder. And that's what the under eye area is looking like. It's been almost an hour that I've applied this. I don't think it looks like fantastic, but I don't think it looks terrible. I did use a brush to apply the powder, so I didn't use my damp beauty sponge, but I feel like it's just accentuating the little fine lines that I have right there more so than other products have. So I don't know. It's okay. It's okay right now. I also feel like, I don't know, maybe the coverage for me, like just under the eye area for some reason, maybe I need to go down a shade for my under eye area, because when I spot conceal right here, it's perfect. It's a good shade. But maybe I do need to get a shade lighter to kind of just brighten up that under eye area. So depending on how today goes, that might be something that I do going forward, because I really have high expectations for this. I have high hopes. I want it to work. Catrice is one of my favorite brands, and this line is one of my favorite lines from Catrice. So I'll be back. I'm fixing to do a Instagram reel with the BH Cosmetics Pearl palette, and I'll probably bring that over to YouTube Shorts as well. I just need, my internet's gonna get fixed today because it's been a little slow, so bear with me, guys, as I get through moving everything, moving beauty room to office around, and I'll be back in about 5 hours to give you guys the midday check-in. Hey guys, 6 hour check-in. I missed the 5 hour. This is the 6 hour check-in with this new Catrice True Skin Hydrating and Waterproof Concealer. And this is how we are looking. This is the side with the Too Faced Peach Perfect setting powder, and then this is the side with the Huda Beauty powder. I like them both, actually. Remember how I've said in past videos, sometimes foundation, concealer, powder, it takes, you know, some takes a few minutes to kind of just settle in, and it starts to look better as the day progresses. I think this is one of those products, at least for me, under my eye area, right here on the sides of my face, like it's perfect. It is perfect with the Catrice True Skin Foundation, and it's perfect for spot concealing. I didn't have any issues with spot concealing yesterday or today. Definitely love it for that. And like I mentioned earlier, I might just need to go down a shade in this concealer if I want to wear it under my eyes, just so I can get that brightening effect and maybe just a little bit more coverage that way. Although today I think the coverage is still intact versus yesterday. And I know for me, this is going to be a concealer that's going to work better for me under my eye area if I set it with my favorite loose setting powder or pressed powder. And you do you. If you're going to pick this up, you'll know once you get it home how it's going to work best and what products work best for you. So as of right now, it looks great. It looks fine. Whatever little cakiness I had right here has pretty much gone away. It looks pretty good, and it's intact. I don't feel like I've lost any coverage. It still has 4 more hours to go, maybe even 5 more hours, because I think I'm gonna run a little late with this video. I wanted to get this video up. It is Thursday when I'm filming it, and I wanted to get it up Thursday evening, but since my internet is acting up right now, it's probably not going to be until Friday morning when you watch this video, so that'll just give me some more time to wear it and more time to edit. So I'll be back a little bit later, guys, for the final check-in of this 2-day wear test. All right, guys, we have come to the end of this 2-day, 10-hour wear test with the new one from Catrice, and this is the new True Skin High Cover Concealer with Hyaluronic Acid, and it does say that it is going to be waterproof. This is the side with the Too Faced, and this is the side with the Huda powder. In looking at them close up in the mirror, I think they look pretty much the same, but I think I'm gonna give it to the side with the Huda powder. I just think it looks like it's a little bit smoother. but I do feel like this just settled into my fine lines, even with the powder and, you know, without it. I don't think it was completely seamless. I do feel like it was, or it is, hydrating. And for me, this is going to work out better as a spot concealer versus an under eye concealer. I probably still will continue to use it as an under eye concealer, but I do have other ones that are a little bit better for the under eye area. And when I compare it, guys, to the liquid camouflage concealer, this is also a waterproof one from Catrice. I like this one better than I like this one. So if you were wondering, you know, which one to go with, I prefer this one over this one, but these are still like, neither of them are like my number one product, if you know what I'm saying. But I do really like this for spot concealing. I think it did a great job right here on the sides of my cheeks where I like to build up coverage. So I will definitely continue to use it going forward, probably specifically for spot concealing. Now, it does say that it's waterproof. I have been indoors and outdoors. You guys know that it's hot and humid where I live. I don't feel like anything has rubbed off, neither yesterday nor today. Like, I think everything is still pretty much intact. I don't feel like I lost coverage today either. So that was another thing. If thinking back to yesterday, the side that I didn't powder down, I kind of felt like maybe I did lose a little bit of coverage versus the side that I did powder. So that might be something else that you want to consider. And sorry guys about my blinking lights in the back. I forgot to turn them off when doing this portion of the video, so please try and overlook that. But there is one thing I wanted to test out, since it does say that it is waterproof. I have concealer right here, and I applied this at about 6:45, about 2 hours ago. Okay, so I have a little spray water bottle right here, so I'm gonna just spray, give it a spritz, like 3 spritz, and nothing came up. And I still see it. It's right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's hard to because I blended it into my skin, but it's a strip right here of concealer and nothing came off. So I do think it's going to be waterproof, you know, to a certain extent. I mean, don't hold it to extremely high expectations. This is makeup. It is meant to come off. But I think if you wear this on, you know, your day trip to the beach or to the swimming pool, I think it might work out for you, especially if you do set it with some powder. So I'm happy that I picked it up. It might not have worked exactly as I was hoping it would, but I still got a really good spot concealer out of this one. So guys, make sure you stay tuned because I will be doing a full face of brand new Catrice makeup that I picked up from Ulta Beauty Online. That should be on my channel within the next couple days. And I know if you love Catrice the way I do, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned and check that video out. But now I want to hear from you guys. So what did y'all think of this new concealer? Has it been on your radar? I know some of you have asked me about it, and here is the review. This one is for all of you who are Catrice fans just as much as I am, and who are wondering about this new True Skin hydrating concealer from Catrice. Leave me your thoughts, leave me your comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.